Oh, so we wait after every time?
3, pass, 1, 2, 3, pass, 1, 2, 3, pass, 1, 2, 3, pass, 1, 2, go. Alright, let's go. 1.
Thank you, Circus Club, for that amazing performance. We're always amazed by your outstanding skills.
Wow, exactly. An amazing performance. This just shows one of the amazing activities you can get involved with when looking for activities at the school. I'm sure you'll find something that interests you or that you want to try for the first time, as we have a lot of diverse activities from philosophy club, manga, yoga, and many more alongside music groups, drama, and many sports.
And not surprisingly, we have incredible performance opportunities on offer. We have the upcoming musical and the amazing show that UWCSEA East is famous for, Culturama. We have Miss Tirrit here to talk about all the arts opportunities and Culturama.
Hello everybody, here's a short overview of what you can be involved in and how to get involved in performing arts activities, events and productions. We encourage everyone to get creative this year, as being involved in the performing arts not only builds skills and confidence, but offers great well-being opportunities, particularly in our new normal times. Here is what we have on offer. Predominantly in terms 1 and 2, you can get involved as a performer, but also behind the scenes as part of our production and tech crews. Culturama is on. We're going virtual this year. Here you can see information on auditions. Also, all this information is on the OLP class pages from today. Auditions are next Friday and next Saturday. It's open to grades 9, 10, 11 and 12. We will be filming the shows on Thursday the 8th and Friday the 9th of October, then producing them and then sending it out to the whole school community. Unfortunately, we're unable to offer a full-scale musical production. It was going to be Jane Eyre. We're going to postpone that. It will happen, but it will happen later. However, we're offering a couple of opportunities for our high school students. The first one being our musical showcase production. The first week of February, open to grade 11 and 12 students. It's mini musicals within a musical production. Songs, scenes, and moments from Wiz, Urinetown, Jesus Christ Superstar, Aida and Jane Eyre. Auditions are Tuesday the 1st of September. Again, all information on the OLP class pages, or you can pop down to the music department and have a chat if you need to know any more. Very exciting, celebrating 10 years of high school East musicals. Alongside the musical showcase, we're also offering 4 student-led productions with some fabulous student directors, Iona Steger, Nimisha Iyer, Rania Bashir and Ranvir Nalwa. It's under the theme of betrayal, and these productions are open to grades 9, 10, 11, 12 with performances in November. Auditions are Wednesday the 2nd of September. Again, all info is on the OLP class pages, or you can pop up and say hi to the drama department in the 4th floor of A block. We're also celebrating here 10 years of theatre performances in the high school at East. And we're offering another opportunity to celebrate performing arts in school. Very exciting again. In the music department, we're offering 4 opportunities to audition for Basama, house band, jazz band and chamber strings. The audition week is Monday the 31st of August to Friday the 4th of September. Again, information on the OLP class pages, or you can pop down and say hello, come and see us in the music department and find out more on how to audition, with lots of performance opportunities virtually this term and hopefully live later on in the year. Unplugged's a little earlier this year. It's open to grades 9, 10, 11 and 12, calling all singers, songwriters, original artists. We're making a series of music videos Lots of wonderful technology and people involved here. Auditions and more info on how to get involved and unplugged will be posted in the music department from next week. Again, pop down, come and say hi, and come and ask for more information. Open to everybody, including staff, is our instrumental and vocal teaching program. Many students in high school get involved with this. It's a wonderful part of the CAS program as well. We have many instrumental teachers and many instruments available. You can sign up, you can register and find out more info on the portal and activities page. Again, pop down to the music office and find out more if you want to get involved and sign up. Lastly, just a little bit of information on how ITP in the music department is going to run, particularly in August and September. Grades 9 and 10 can use the department only in scheduled ITP and class lessons. Grade 11 and 12 can use rooms during scheduled lessons, lunch and free blocks. Booking with the music office first, please. Lastly, we hope everybody considers getting involved in one of the creative opportunities available to you. Lots and lots of different opportunities in music, drama, theatre and dance. Do ask lots of questions. Do check the OLP class pages. And good luck if you're auditioning. And we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jarrett, for that valuable information. If you're interested in Culturama, definitely sign up, as it is an amazing opportunity where we can unite with our cultures.
Now, another integral part of our school is definitely service. Today, we have two representatives from the service exec talking to us about some of the service opportunities we have available to all of you this year.
Hi, my name is Sonali.
And my name is Uditi.
And we are this year's chairs of the Service and Sustainable Development Executive Committee. We hope that you enjoyed all of this morning's panel discussions, and we just wanted to introduce ourselves and our team for the year and give you a way to contact us in case you have any questions.
So who are we? Well, our group works with all the types of initiatives at our school, including local service, focus groups, global concerns, and environmental initiatives. We aim to support them through their journeys as they contribute towards addressing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We help coordinate major service-related events, lead workshops about service learning, work to strengthen our program, and increase student leadership with your help.
Now we'd just like to introduce our team for the year. So these officers will be there to support your service groups over the year and answer any questions that you have. So firstly, we have Taya, our head of communications, who works majorly on our service portfolio and media. Then we have the head officers for each type of service. So Kashi, who is head officer of the Global Concerns team, Sumeda, who is the focus group head, Yakin, who is the local service head, and Ran, who's the environmental initiatives head. Then we have all the teams. So this is the communications team, the Global Concerns team, the focus group team, and the local service team, and finally, the environmental initiatives team. So these officers will be working closely with your service groups over the year and will ensure that your service experiences and journeys are as memorable and educational as possible.
Our main objective of the year is to ensure that each and every one of you is exposed to an empowering and collaborative environment that provides you with ample opportunities to pursue your service passions and develop the right skills to make you ready to be change makers throughout your life. While we have an engaging and eventful year planned, we request you to maintain an open mind about the adjustments made to the program in light of COVID-19 situation.
Next, we would like to just quickly show everyone our service website, and it's available through the link below, which you can see here. Here, every service has their own page that gives an introduction about them, their NGO or VWO, and the work that they do. This website will not only be useful when signing up for services, but will be a useful tool throughout the year to access key documents and further enhance communication with the SSD team. This year, we would also like to encourage all service and sustainable development groups to update their portfolios regularly and use them to raise awareness about the events that they do and the issues that they tackle. Reflecting and building on our awareness of our work as service groups is extremely important for them to progress and improve, and the portfolios are a great tool to achieve this.
Finally, a special thanks to the 2019 and 2020 Service Exec team, who have brought the service program to the level it is today. We have really enjoyed working with you this past year, and you've been able to really grow the entire program and foster student leadership in ways the school has never seen before. We will miss you. We look forward to working with you this year, and if you have any questions or concerns, you're highly encouraged to use the email you see here, as this will be our main form of communication. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi and Sonali, for explaining the rundown on service. Now, today, we thought we would bring you something different to enjoy. We will be running a Guess the Teacher's Baby Photo Kahoot.
Though we're aware our new students may be at a slight disadvantage by not knowing all of our faculty, I have to admit it would be difficult for anyone to guess the teachers off these baby photos. You can pause the video now for your mentor to open the Kahoot link in their presentation. I hope that was very entertaining for all of you to see our teachers as little kids and babies. We certainly enjoyed putting it all together.
Unfortunately, for some of us, this is our last assembly as members of the HS Student Council. Kevin and I leave at the end of October. But before then, we will be organising elections to take place for a new council. So if you're interested in being a part of a council, please do sign yourself up for the elections. Please note that you cannot be in both the Student Council and the Student Voice.
Finally, to end our assembly, we would like to invite our high school principal, Mr. Nick Alchin, to share some words of wisdom with us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the academic year 2020 from me. I'm so happy that we can be back on campus and that we've had a chance to reconnect with each other after so many months of remote learning. If you're like me, remote learning was a novelty for a while, but I soon missed being with you all on campus and having the chance to have face-to-face interactions. So it's great to be back, and I hope you've had a really positive first week. Classes looked energetic and energized to me, and there's been a great buzz on campus with you all here. So thank you for all you've done in this first week to make it a really special beginning of the year. I want to note with some sadness that not everybody is back. There are many people who still can't make it into the country for obvious reasons. And some of you who are currently on extended learning, remote learning, will be back shortly, and we're looking forward to welcoming you. But for some people, it will be an extended absence. I've got a special message for you, which is that we're thinking of you, we want to connect with you, and we're going to do our best to look after you until you're here. And indeed, when you arrive, for that matter. We know it's not going to be easy, but we'll do it together. We have a great track record of successful remote learning, and while it'll take us perhaps a few days to find a rhythm of what works for you in your time zone, how it works with different classes for different subjects, we will get it right and we'll support you for some great learning ahead. Please be in close touch when you need help. I know by now you should have met all your classes and all your teachers. Be in touch with your teachers, be in touch with your buddies, be in touch with your heads of grade, learning support team, mentor team, anybody who can help you. We want to get this right and we need to have a good dialogue with you. So please be in touch. My talk today falls into two parts. Some immediate thoughts around this first week and what lies ahead, but some far more important, but far less urgent thoughts about the years ahead. So, the first part is a reflection on this week. In general, I'm really happy with what's been happening. Getting nearly 3,000 students and teachers on campus, when the last time we were together like this was sometime around March, and getting all the systems up and running and adjusted has been challenging. It's gone really well. I think you've responded positively and maturely to the new reality we have, and you've been patient and calm, even when it's been awkward and a bit difficult. So thank you for your approach. I've seen kindness to new students, to new teachers, and a recognition that none of us are in a situation that we would have chosen. More about that later. And the reason I'm happy is because we value kindness and patience. You know that. And these are qualities which are not just nice ways to be, although they are. They are also qualities which will support a flourishing and a successful life. And it's good that we care about them. But, you know what? Coronavirus doesn't care about these things, nor for that matter do school inspectors. The virus doesn't care that you're good people. It doesn't care that you are kind. It doesn't care that you want to reconnect with each other. So we want to do a good job, but we need to be realistic that caring isn't enough. And frankly, we do need to do better. So, while as an educator, I'm really happy to have you on campus and I'm so proud of what you've done so far to reconnect, from a health perspective, I'm not happy yet. Things are getting better every day and you've been making efforts, you've been making adjustments as we've asked you to do, but things aren't good enough together to be happy yet. We need to take more care around safety measures. I've seen people hugging, not safe distancing, sitting in tables of 5 or 6, when asked moving, but when the teacher goes, going back to 5 or 6, you know who you are. I've seen you being in places you shouldn't be, with other grades when you shouldn't be. I've seen people with their masks off, even posting on social media. This has to stop. And there's no ambiguity there. We have to do better. Now you might say, but the number of cases in Singapore is so low that there's no risk. Why are we bothering? And I have 3 responses for you here. First response, well, the number of cases in Singapore is low, but second waves are possible. Read the news. Look at South Korea, look at Spain, look at New Zealand. Number 2, it's true that the number of cases is low, but that's because we're doing these things. They work. There's actually a reason not to stop doing them. It's like the patient who's had a heart attack and they get some medicine that we know is effective for heart attacks. After a year, they say, hey, I haven't had a heart attack. I'll stop taking the medicine. It's obvious that that's a foolish thing to do because it could be that the medicine's keeping that person from having a heart attack. Same with us. You can't look around and say there are no cases we can stop. Maybe that's why we've got no cases. We're taking medical advice. We're going to follow these rules. My third response to people who think we can slacken off here is the most important one. And it goes back to caring. We care for each other's safety. We care that the school is open. We care that we can be on campus every day. And because we care so much about these things, we want them to stay with us. We are not going to be flexible about these rules. We may change the rules from time to time when we figure out better ways of doing. We've already done that a few times. But we need you to obey the rules in place. If you're not obeying them, then not only are you not caring about yourself, you're not caring about the people around you. And you're saying, I'm prepared to do things that put us at risk. And that's not okay. In most cases, I think you know that we're flexible and we like a liberal approach. And we've taken that to some extent in this week as we adjust. We're not going to take that approach from now on. This is a safety matter, and as such, these rules are not optional. They are for your safety. You may think they're silly, you're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to break the rules. Follow the rules. Next week, we'll be taking a firmer approach after this initial settling in period. Please help us. Okay, let me end this rather unpleasant first section, this coronavirus section, by once again asking for your active cooperation. I hope it's clear why that's good for us all. End of part 1. Part 2. On a happier note, all these problems can be fixed, and we will fix them in short order. The bigger question, as always when we begin a year, is how do we think about the year ahead? How do we approach it? How do we feel about it? And these are tough questions to answer, because for some of you, it's your 13th year with us. Some of you haven't even made it on campus yet. For some of you, you have only about 9 months left of your schooling career at all. Some of you have about 4 years. So the answers are different for us all. And it might be easy to forget that, being isolated in our mental rooms, not all together for the assembly like we usually are. But I hope the big crowd in the canteen, the socially distanced crowd in the canteen, is enough to remind us that we're all in this together and that we need to think of each other and approach this in the same way. So I'm not going to pretend that it'll be an easy year for any of us. And I want to name some of the things, some of the issues that you already know about. There's no point in pretending otherwise. We know we can't hold assemblies. We know that trips and expeditions are off for at least this term and probably the year. We know that service and activities are going to be curtailed. We know that our freedoms around campus are limited. And we know that we can't even sit closely together. And we know that some students are still remote. These are important things and I don't want to diminish them. It's critical we pay attention to them. But it's also critical that we remember these are not the only things. A key part of the human condition is knowing when to be in the moment, but it's also knowing when to step back and take the big view of the broader years. Animals can't do it. It's a human gift, and I'd like to think about the next year or 2 or 3 as we approach these uncertain times. So, in the big picture, over coming years, there are a few things I'll mention. You'll learn a great deal about yourselves and the world, and you'll grow independent, more independent from your families. You'll go on to your next steps, whatever they are. It may not be entirely the place you thought, but it'll work out. It always does. You'll make great friends. You'll have some memorable successes. You'll have some disappointments, and you'll get over them. From the successes and the disappointments, you'll make some memories that will be with you for the rest of your lives. You'll finish school, perhaps here, perhaps somewhere else. You'll create and shape your own life as you choose to. These facts are always true. So while the short-term issues may be dominated by COVID, in fact, the big picture is as it's always been, COVID or no COVID. This is the human condition. It's as true for you as it is for me, as it is for your families. And the truth of the matter is that we're all making it up as we go. We don't know what's coming. And however confident, however assured people may look, and I know in the early weeks of term, you look around and everybody seems to know what they're doing and you probably feel you don't. It's the same for everyone. Everyone's in the same boat. Let's enjoy the ride together. I'm incredibly excited to see you start the year, to see you growing up with so many great things ahead of you. And I really would encourage you to remember this big picture. Step above the daily, remember the big picture. Because once we have the big picture, the smaller picture, the 2020 picture, finds its place. I wonder what we'll call 2020 in future. The COVID year, the year of remote learning, the lost year, the year we spent time with our families, the year we learnt what's really important, perhaps a bit of each. Or perhaps, after a few years, it won't appear to be such a big thing after all. We don't know. And that's my point. We don't know. What we do know is that 2020 will pass. With the good, with the bad. Nothing is permanent. And whatever this year brings, things will move on and new things will come. We just need to make the most of it while we're here. And that's always true. That's always true. And I think that's what you're doing. I look around at lunchtime, I go to classes, I look at my lessons, I see interest, engagement and focus, I see smiles, I see laughter, I see kindness and I see connection. Much is the same as it always is. You have wonderful friends, you have dedicated teachers, you have a support network that's here to help you be the person you want to be. As always, therefore, it's within our power to make it a great year. A year of kindness, caring and great experiences. I wish you well for the happiest of years. Thank you for listening. All the best to you all.